Hi guys, I'm going to show you a nice little video about how I do the Vignette cold effect in CopyCube, because you can't actually, on a 2D overlay, you've got an alpha here you can change, but that changes the background color. It doesn't change the alpha on the image. So I've got an alternative way of creating my own little Vignette picture and changing the width to coincide with cold. So seems to work alright, so I'll show you how we do that. Just load up an image. I'm using GIMP. It's a free program, so it's pretty good. You've got the image there. Just right click, go add layer mask. White full opacity but is good. Yep, that's what we want because it's fine. So there it is there, it's added. Now we just go right click on it and go show layer mask. So now you can edit the layer mask. And here we want to select ellipsoid. Now make sure you have feathered edges selected, and radius is about 50 is pretty good. Most other things should be about right. So once you've done that, just go on the top left, hold the left mouse button, pull that way down. You've got an ellipsoid. For me, I want the vignette appearance to be a little bit narrower as you're getting colder, so I'm going to make this vignette a bit smaller, about there on either side. The width is how I work. I work with the width. The height doesn't change it. I could change the height, but I don't need to. I might just, I suppose, drop it a little bit. There we go. So that's okay. Now left click in the middle. Now the white at the back on the edges, that's opaque, or it's not transparent, and in the middle we want transparent. So now we want to put black color in the middle to make, because that's white means it's opaque, but then therefore the black is transparent. So black is already defaulted here, foreground color. So now I've just got to select on bucket fill, foreground color fill, foreground, make sure it's the same. Just left click on it and boom. Now we've got feathered edging and everything. It's all beautiful. Now you can't use it yet. Okay, select all. All right, select all. So that's fine. So now we can go just untick here, show layer mask, go back. There it is. So straight away in a couple of seconds you've got a vignette on a background image. We'll just export that out to some other ones I've already done. Number 8. Okay, well, it's easy, right? So once you know how to do it, it's pretty quick. It took me a while to work that out though. So now I'm just going to load this up, number 8 in the CopyCube. Try that one and see how that looks. There we go. Let's try that. So I've got code to run, which will make the width of this picture smaller as it gets colder, and also the change of the color of the alpha of the background color to a whiter color as well. Every 50 milliseconds, it's running this little bit of code. It's not very much. So it's goes up to a maximum of 50, starts at 0, adds 0.2, 0.3, or 0.4, whatever you want, how quickly you want it. That's minus means adds. You sometimes have to do that because if you put a plus and then the number, it'll actually add the text, like a text to a number. It's just weird. It doesn't work it out. The thing just falls apart. Anyway, so that's why I do negative. It's the same thing as adding. Just make sure you adding it. So just first thing, show you the cold. So to start off, I don't really want to see the mesh too much, and when it gets cold, it'll shrink the picture to bring it into view. So by default, position X is minus 50 instead of 0, and the width is at 200 to start with. So that's twice what it normally should be. So in other words, at each side, there's a 50 gap, 50 on the left, 50 on the right, add up to a total of 100. So I've added 100 width. This is percentage, 200%. So in other words, it's off screen left and right, in other words. And I want to bring that back down to 0 and that back to 100. And it's just this code runs. I'll post all this on the forum as well, so anyone who wants it can use it. Yeah, so it just updates. So it gets a copy cold variable, updates the value, saves it again, then gets the cold 2D overlay. 2D overlay. It's called cold as well. Sort of a variable. So it starts at minus 50 and adds back the cold. So this cold figure goes up to 50 to match off the minus 50 back to 0 eventually. and also, so that's px, so position x percent, so that will go back to 0, and the width will be 200, so it's twice that same amount. Cold 50, when that gets to 50, this will be 100, so 200 minus 200 will be, sorry, yeah, 2 by 50 will be 100. 200 minus 100 will be back to 100% width again. So, and then also here, just get the node alpha. So the 2D overlay is called, back up here, where is it? There it is. Get scene node from name, cold, we're just updating the alpha color as well. It's good if you put them both together, works better that way. It just says change the alpha on the cold, so the background color, in other words, for the screen to cold times 3 or 4, 3.5 here, that's right. And yeah, so let's have a look at that. So save that, run it, and let's have a look. So there we're starting off, it's a little bit cold, it's getting colder. You can see the image at the back is just getting narrower and narrower. It's getting colder and colder, and also the white color on the background is getting whiter. I mean, that worked okay, not too bad. There's a few different pictures I've got that look a little bit better than that, but anyway, so you can see what I've done. So I'll post that online, and you can see what's basically happened. That's as good as I can get it to show a sort of nice cold effect on screen, as I unfortunately can't change the pictures. PNG transparent pictures, the output channel, you can't change it anyway I know of, so I've tried, but yeah, so I hope you like that. Cheers.